Alright, everybody out there, how you doing? Here's another video. Feeling a little bit better today. Kind of down today, but feeling a little bit better. This morning wasn't a good morning for me. One day I'm going to make a video of my disease so all you guys out there and girls know what I'm going through and how I got this particular disease. Alright, I know you didn't come here to hear about my disease, but alright, here's a guy that I just picked up not too long ago. Alright, it's an RZ17 Tactical. See that? RZ17 Tactical. Silver Eagle. Semi-automatic. Listen to me, I'm thinking of making a video on my ARs. Pump shotgun. Wish I had this as a semi-automatic. Think it would be nicer. Alright. A lot of people look at this and they say, "Ooh, that looks really cool." These are under $300 out the door. Sometimes you can get them for like $230, say $230, believe it or not, all the way up to $500. I've seen them, especially with this pandemic going around. Believe it or not, people are selling these like $400 or $500. But it's cool. It's not. They're definitely not worth $400 or $500. But there again, some of that crap out there now they're selling in different merchandise is not worth, the money that they're selling things for. So, but one day these will probably go up and they'll be obsolete and etc. But the old school, which I am, not the real old school, but I'm old school. Our shotguns, some of my shotguns, or most all of them, are made out of solid wood and solid metal, and they're heavier, of course. They're not made with all this polymer, plastics, crap, and all this other aluminum receivers and stuff like that. So, yeah, it does cut down on weight, because carrying something like this around, if it was solid wood, the forearm and the stock and the grip, and then if you have solid steel as a receiver and the barrel, and then the top rail system would be steel, you would have like a 11 to 12 pound rifle here, you know what I'm saying? But being that it's plastic, polymer, cheapest crap material out there, a lot of it's durable, don't get me wrong, I'm not arguing that issue. But the cost of this rifle for what it costs to sell, I'm sure it's not excellent quality material. And but it puts it down to like 6.5 pounds. So you got about a 6.5 pound pump shotgun, holds 4 rounds and 1 in the chamber, which is 5 shells at 3-inch shells. So you could shoot 3-inch magnums out of this, but it's going to kick you on your ass probably. And if it doesn't kick you on your ass, your shoulder after about 20-30 rounds, the next day you're going to be, your right arm or left arm, wherever you shoot from, that shoulder is going to be dragging on the ground for a few days. Because that's one thing about buying something like this today, how light they are, they kick like a beast. And when you get the force of a 3-inch magnum, this thing is going to hit you in the shoulder. No matter how tight you hold it, it's just going to kick your ass. You know what I'm saying? So your shoulder's going to be bruised. You're going to be hanging down for a few days. Even after 5 or 10 shots of these, you're going to feel it. So I'll stick with my all wood, all metal shotguns. At least I won't have a sore shoulder the next day. Maybe just a little bit, depending on what I shoot. But you guys can have these. But I got it because I thought it was cool looking, of course. I never had one. And I said, man, I got to get one for my collection. Because all these guys on YouTube right now are showing their 2020 gun collections. And they're just like idiots in a sense. Because it's not that they're showing them for education purposes. And I'm sorry that I'm calling you guys idiots. But what I mean by idiots that are doing it these days, it seems like they're rubbing it in your face. They're going, man, look at this thing. I got 120 shots in this thing. And look, I'm going to shoot you with it. Isn't that? Anything starts, I'm going to start shooting everybody. That's basically the impression that I'm getting with anybody out there. Well, a lot of people out there that are putting their 2020 gun collections on. And they're not just showing one firearm and educating you. They're sort of educating you, but they're more so rubbing it in people's faces that don't mess with me. I got all this firepower. But that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to educate. I'm here to show what I have or what I get sometimes or what I trade, just to show you the little things that I like or don't like, and maybe in the future it might show somebody either not to buy it or to buy it or what have you, just to educate people what's there and what the availability is and how much you're going to spend. So that's the way I do things. I'm not sitting there rubbing in anybody's faces. We're going to sit there and say I'm going to shoot 100 people out there if anything starts with World War III. This is the firepower I got. All right, so let me just show you. It is unloaded, nothing in the chamber, okay? And one more thing that other people do with these gun collections, they all have them loaded. Like they'll have these magazines loaded and they'll be pointing it everywhere and they'll be holding it, and that's just not right. So when you post a video on YouTube or any type of video anywhere, make sure your firearm's unloaded. That's how accidents happen. And you only got one chance. If this thing's loaded and you shoot somebody, well, you know what? They're not coming back. You know what I'm saying? Or if you shoot yourself, you're not coming back. There it is. So make sure they're unloaded. Check it 2, 3, 4 times, and you'll be safe. That's all you got to do. A gun has 2 purposes in life. Well, actually 3 if you want to say 3. One is to hang it on your wall, show it off to people, show it off to your friends. Say, this is the gun collections that I have. 2 is to collect. Whether you put them in a gun safe or show them on the wall, you're here to collect. And then 3 is to point and fire at a target. So whatever you buy in a firearm for, generally you're either 1, shooting a target, paper target, bottles, cans, or the last and only thing, if you ever truly need it in a bind, it's there to kill. So it is a firearm. A firearm is intent to kill, and that's your last choice, and that's why a lot of people buy them in case anything happens, either they're in their home, use it for self-defense, and that's exactly what it comes down to. So there's the 3, maybe 4 of the things that I said of what the firearm's all about. But generally to collect, and 99% of the time generally to collect, generally to put them on your walls or your gun cabinets or whatever, and have 1 or 2 in your house for self-defense in case you ever need it, in that 0.1% chance that somebody might come into your house and you might be defending your life or your loved ones or your family or whatever. So all right, back to the shotgun. I ramble, especially when I feel pretty good. If you ever take notice, I keep rambling on, and because I could breathe better today, this afternoon, and I just feel pretty decent today on this afternoon. All right. Again, cheap shotgun, $220, $230, average up to $350, overboard price $400 or $500. It is light, holds 4+1. Like I said, you could get a magazine extension that will come out to here, add a couple more rounds, so you at least have 7 rounds in this baby. It's very easy. You just take this off right here. It just unscrews, and then there's a plug in there. There's a little washer. You just pry off and pop the plastic plug off. Pulls it right out. Put this baby back on. Screw it on. Now you can hold your 4+1 round in the chamber, because sometimes they come in just 2 rounds with a plug. You're only allowed to get 2 rounds in sometimes, and I think that's import law. But if you get the extension, it's easy. Get the the Remington 870 extension. You can put that on. You won't have to do any modifications. That should screw right on, and you'll have 2 extra rounds, so you'll have 7 rounds total. So 4, 5, 6 plus 1 in the chamber, 7. All right. I think there's a few people that I talk to. There's some things that they don't like about it. I don't like the stock, and as you can see how it wiggles. You can hear that. Let me hold this here. See how that moves? Right there. I don't like that at all, and I can't adjust Like I can't make that any tighter. So you have to, here's where you adjust the stock, push it in and pull it out. So it's like a AR-15 style adjustable stock. See that? But even when I take it out, still wiggles. See that? Still wiggles. So you got to put some electrical tape here or something. And in time, that's going to even wear more. So you're even going to get more of a wiggle. So if there's a way to put a better stock on, that would be great. But I don't like this particular stock. But you can also put some Velcro or some sort of electric tape to try to keep that from wiggling like that. Because if you're shooting at something, that makes a big difference, you know. So I like it adjusted to about here, not all the way in like that. I don't like it like that. It's too short. So if I bring it out like that, that's a good part, right? That's a good length for myself. And of course your cheek rest right here. You can adjust your cheek rest and just loosen these two screws here, one on this side, one on that side, and you pull it up and down, and you could do your cheek rest. See? So you could do that. Make sure you tighten both of them up. Has a rubber butt pad that will help you from getting that extra sensitive sore shoulder after shooting 20 rounds or so. It will help just slightly, this little rubber butt pad. Has an AR style handle, which is again made out of plastic. I'm not sure if it's polymer. It's the same as your rib here at your top rib. That's plastic. The only thing is metal is your barrel, and has a chrome inline barrel, and your bolt, and your receiver, probably a cast aluminum, and a cheap trigger guard, plastic, and with your grip, either plastic or polymer, I don't know. But with these polymers and plastics, everything is so smooth. See that? You just slip. I mean, look at this. This I don't like. It's not comfortable. So your forearm on your pump here is very, very uncomfortable. It has all these ridges, these, you know, indentation things, whatever you call them. And it's just not a good grip. So, you know, here's your release right there on the other side, which is in the wrong position. It's hard to get to. So if I kind of press this, I kind of got to, so instead of bringing that back to here, back closer to where your, you know, front of your trigger is, they have to bring it all the way over to here, which you have to reach over to here, push in. As you push in, now I'm holding that release button in, and then you're pushing it in. See that? So, and this is so uncomfortable here. I hate this. If I could change this out, this forearm, it would be great. I would even put a damn piece of wood forearm on there if I could. I don't like the spring assist in here. This is a spring assist pump, so meaning that all my pumps that I have, my old-fashioned pumps, I just bring it back and push it forward, right? Bring it back, push it forward. This one, watch this. Bring it back, let it go. Look at that. Spring assist. I'm sure that's not good for that, but it's a cheap shit gun, you know? Look at that. I hate that spring assist. Now, to eliminate that, you could take this apart. I'll make another video. It's really simple. I actually did it, and it's not that hard. And you could take the spring out. It's easier. It's great. So once you take that spring out, you could do that yourself, and you don't have to worry about that spring assist, which is I'm going to do to this gun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at that. Ugh, and it's kind of hard pulling it back. You know what I'm saying? So, has a push button thumb safety right here. Just a little one. Sticks out just a little bit right there. Okay, that's all that is. Other than that, for the price, hey, it looks cool. Looks cool. You're not going to use it day to day in battle. If you use this every day in battle, like in the Middle East, you're lucky you might get 2 hours out of this. You know, after 2 hours of shooting, fighting each other on a battle, it's definitely going to break in 2 hours, I'm sure. Something's going to break. It's going to jam. Probably the firing pin or the bolt or whatever. Or maybe even the stock. This will break, you know what I'm saying? So, as far as looking cool, it's great. And for the price, it's great. As far as blowing things up, if you want to shoot in back of your yard, or if you got a farm or something, and you want to shoot buckets, cans, bottles, or whatever you want to shoot, or even skeet, this would probably be ideal to do it. I mean, you don't have to worry too much about the money wise because it's very inexpensive, and at least it's made in Turkey. Okay, it's Turkish. It's not made in China. About time we don't get anything made in China. So, you know, especially this pandemic, you know, hopefully that we don't get a pandemic from Turkey, you know what I'm saying? Sorry about that, Turkish people. But the way the world's gone, it's just horrible. Everything's so damn polluted. You know, if people were just clean up the world and clean up their acts, we'll be all right. But, okay. See me, I get off track. I get sidetracked. You know? So, all right. For the price, it's great. Even for home defense, I don't know if I would trust it or not for home defense. But if it was your only option and you had 5 or 7 rounds in this, you point this thing at somebody, they're not going to stay there and look at you. They're going to run their little ass. So even if it kind of jams when you pump it back and there's somebody in your house, you probably won't even have to pull the trigger. They're going to take off out that door. So it's an actual good deter. You could deter somebody out with this shotgun just by looking at it. You know, you point that at somebody, I'm telling you, they're going to run 60 miles an hour down the street. So whether it works or not, you know. I don't know about the these. Let me show you the shorties. Here's some shorties right there. These are just regular 7.5 shot. Or no, these are 8 shot. I do have 7.5 shot. Can't get the slugs or the. Or maybe I do have slugs in these shorties, but I can't get the buckshot in them. They're all sold out. But I don't know if these will handle it because it says, you know, 3-inch Magnum. And I don't think you want to put 2.5 inch or 2 3/4 inch in this. I think that's when people have problems with the jamming up. So make sure you use 3-inch. Definitely, I don't believe this is going to work with the shorties, but it might. So you can actually handle more shells in this. You know, you can put more shells if it can handle it. You know, with the shorties. You know. So we'll see if it does. Like I said, this is new, so I haven't shot it at all. Needs a sling, of course. That will look really cool. You could put a little tactical light on it, you know, that would even look even cooler. I guess you could put it on here. No, actually no, because that's your pump. So you'd have to put it somehow on here, I guess. This is not really a Picatinny rail, so this is just a fake looking good rail. Looks cool, looks tactical. If you drop this, I'm sure it'll break. Believe me, I'm sure this will break. So do not drop these. Do not drop them on concrete or stone, because I guarantee you they'll break. But probably as a couple years to come, you're probably going to see a lot of parts on eBay or Gunbroker or one of those sites where you'll probably be able to get parts for this. There's not really any accessories out there, but you could custom fit accessories. Like I said, get a tactical light. Somehow you could get a plate, or you know, to screw a plate on here and put your tactical light on. Might even be able to. You could take these hex screws off or whatever, and then somehow put your tactical light on there. You know, and bring your little switch around. I guess, I don't know, somehow, or just bring it up here, and then just turn your tactical light on, I guess. But definitely a sling. Definitely need a gun sling on this thing. Alright, so I guess that's about it. I guess there's nothing else to explain to this damn thing because it is a cheap gun. And 1 to 10, I'd give it a 6, even though I haven't shot it. Probably when I shoot it, it might either go up 1 or it might go down 2 or 3. So we'll see. I'll make another video after I shoot it, and hopefully it's a good day for me to go out and do some plinking, and I'll let you know how it goes. Alright, so there you go. There's an RZ17 Tactical, made in Turkey, Silver Eagle. Look them up online. 12 gauge, 3-inch. Okay, there's right there. Hold on, maybe you can see it. I can't see it. Right here it says TR Imports, Fort Worth, Texas. Hugaloo Makins, or making, I don't know. Hugaloo Macon, made in Turkey. Alright. Nice little cool 12 gauge, 18.5-inch barrel, I believe. I think it's cylinder bore. I'm not sure if it's full choke or cylinder bore. Probably cylinder bore, I would think. But other than that, if you got the extra $230 to $300, go out and buy one. Put it in your collection, hang it on your wall, put it by your bed. Just as long as you don't have any kids around, you know, getting these things, getting their fingers on it when it's loaded. And it's a fun little shotgun so far. I will keep you updated, let you know later on, guys.